Hey guys, let me take this opportunity to greet all of you guys. My name is Mzwandile, the founder and the managing director of Info-ShareGroup. Guys, this is my page, and in this page, it's all about sharing information that will impact people positively. So, this is the second podcast that today I'm broadcasting, and it's gonna be epic. Guys. If you can recall, last Tuesday I did share a podcast of the opening. That today will be our second. So yeah, hopefully guys you enjoyed the first one. Let's get on to the second one. Let me share my disclaimer, guys. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't have high degrees and papers on finances, on everything. Whatever that I'm sharing, guys, is based on common knowledge and practice. So hopefully guys you'll enjoy this. So in our last episode that I had, it was our launch. So I just did a launch, and then after the launch, and today I'm back on our second episode. So today, guys, is basically all about doing an overview of what is happening and what I'm doing, what actually interests me in. And I'm mostly interested in crypto. I'm mostly interested in stocks, Forex, economy, especially our economy and the world economy, and also a hell lot of things. But I'll keep it close, all throughout this all episodes. So basically what we'll be discussing is those, hence they also will be doing some practicals in terms of how things are done. I'll be sharing news, I'll be sharing upcoming new trends, I'll be sharing latest, everything that is basically latest I'll be sharing with you, and I'll keep the conversation quite general and also understandable. I won't be holding a book to read to you or having some big jargons to define it for you or anything. I'm gonna keep things, smooth, in a manner that I will be explaining to you. If you were to ask me about anything, I'll be just getting onto the platform, and then we get along, and then we talk in a more friendly manner. And most of the topics that we'll be discussing, some of the topics you will suggest, and then I'll do my little bit of research with my knowledge and experience, and then I come back and give a feedback overall. Okay, let's dive into it. Crypto. You might have heard a lot about crypto, and I know you know something about crypto. And most people, what they know is Bitcoin. Some don't know whether Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency or what, but they just know Bitcoin as being a Bitcoin. They don't know which cluster that falls in. And for those we know, we know that Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency. So there's a hell lot of cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin is the leading now. And if I can give you a good background, guys, Bitcoin is, it comes far, Bitcoin comes far. And back in the days when I heard about Bitcoin, I think the price of Bitcoin was around $200. And at that time I didn't understand Bitcoin, and I didn't even oversee that in future Bitcoin will really skyrocket the way it is today. And back in the days, Bitcoin was around 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 rands. No one gave it attention until I got into this network marketing by my friend who invited me. He's actually a former landlord of mine who got me into this Triple M. So I got into this Triple M, and we started making money, making requests and things like that. And then the Triple M did some upgrade, and then said now they'll start making payments in Bitcoin. And then in that time, if I remember well, that's when Luno, the cryptocurrency exchanger, came into South Africa and opened a branch and opened doors for people to invest in Bitcoin. And I remember very well, we started registering for Luno, and then I was still learning, how things are done. And I remember it was somewhere around 2014, 15. Learning about how to use this Bitcoin thing and how to convert my cash into Bitcoin and send it somewhere and then back into my bank account. So that was a hell lot of things a lot of stuff to actually do. So you get along, you move from that, and then I got tired of Triple M because you would wait for a request for quite a long time, and then eventually our money got frozen and things like that. And then we passed to another site called what is that? I remember them, a hell lot of sites. So until when I reached a point that I stopped investing in these companies, because I realized that actually these companies, they're just rotating money. They're just a pyramid scheme that rotates money, and up to a certain level, and then you don't get your money. So the first people that come in are the most people that benefit in that, and then the last, they are the ones to lose. So I'm from that era to where I am today, because now I'm at a stage where when I invest into cryptocurrency, I invest with knowledge, I invest with wisdom, and also I invest with caution. So there's quite a lot of things that we're going to talk about cryptocurrency, because that's where my basic focus is at. Cryptocurrency, because I love them. Cryptocurrency, guys, they are not led by a so-called economy where you have these big guns that are generating whatever they call to create an inflation, to create an increase, to create market fluctuations and everything like that. But the Bitcoin, it is the Bitcoin, or the cryptocurrency environment, it is determined by people. If people believe in Bitcoin, people transact in Bitcoin, people buy, people sell, people trade Bitcoin. So not only Bitcoin, but every other cryptocurrencies that are out there. So the value and the volume of this cryptocurrency are mainly impacted positively and negative by people that interact with them. So people all over the world, if they interact on Bitcoin, if they do transaction on Bitcoin, they buy Bitcoins, they sell Bitcoin, that creates volume, that creates a big market cap, because there is too much money flying in there. And cryptocurrency is basically being housed, or all the transactions that happen are housed in the blockchain network. We're still gonna talk more about that, and then we get into details of that. But I wouldn't want to bore you too much getting into more details than won't benefit you as such. But it's good for you at some point to read about it and have a general knowledge about it. So we're gonna talk more about it, because you can literally become a millionaire with cryptocurrency. Like someone who invested in Bitcoin when it was $1. That person today has almost about $50,000. In South African rand, it's about 900,000. So we'll basically get into that. So let's move on to stocks. So stocks, basically, guys, it's just an industry where you're buying a portion of a company with the hope that the company will use your money to upscale their business in order the business to grow, and when the business grows, it means your shares grows. So stocks are quite simple to understand. You don't have to go and open up a dictionary for that, but you can do so for your information. But in simple terms, it's when you look into a company that you love, like Coca-Cola. Every shop sells Coke, even Makula sells Coke, everyone sells Coke. So that Coke is selling big, and then you will look into their papers, their income statement, you look into their balance sheet, you look into their cash flow, and then you believe in that business and you wish you can own that business. Then in order for you to participate in that business, you buy a portion of their share. So the only businesses that you can buy the portion of the share are businesses that are publicly published, or they are made public. for public participation in terms of investment. Some companies are private, where you have to approach the management and tell them that, hey guys, I have this 10 million that I have already, a million or 100,000. Can you invest into my company? A good example is that I have another company on the side, MZ Photography. So you can come into my company and then you say, I love your company. I see your company is growing. I see people are talking more about you. Can I come into your company and start investing into your company? And then I'll be like, okay, fine. My company right now, in terms of assets and liabilities, it's worth around about 50,000. So how much do you want to invest? So you say like, I'm gonna invest 100,000. Then it's like you're buying my company times 2. So I'll be like, okay, no, I can accept a 10% stake of my company or a 20% stake of my company, and then I sell it to you. And I was like, okay, how much is the 20%? And then I was like, 20% is 10,000. And then you give me that 10,000. I may make certain promises to say that money, I can bring it to you in 2 years, 3 years. It's up to me if the business is working. And then there will be some dividend that I will be paying you. Dividend basically, guys, means that I'm paying you for supporting my business. So not that you are selling your shares back. No, we are not selling the shares. We are not buying the shares back. But it's just that gratitude to say you making investment with us and keeping our company running. The company has made so much profit, and then a partial of that profit, according to the shares that you have, there you can have something. So basically that's all that it means. So it's gonna be a good journey, guys, where we'll be sharing these things in more detail. So every Tuesday we'll be sharing these episodes, and then you guys to get to comment around that. Let's move into Forex. Forex. Forex is the best. Forex is nasty. Forex will make you cry 3 times. Because I love Forex myself, because you can make money quickly and you can lose money quickly. So in terms of how do you trade, you have to have a vast amount of skill. So your skill must be above the market. Your skill must be up there. So in the past years, I've been studying Forex for about 1 year, 6 months to 2 years. But I can tell you, even today, I can't seem to be on that level yet. But those who know, they will tell you that it takes time. It takes time to get there. But with some self-management and money management and knowledge-based trading, you can make a lot of good of money. If you set your targets very well. Like if you tell yourself that if I make $5, I'm out of the market. So those are kind of disciplines that you have to set aside for yourself in order for you to succeed in that in the Forex industry. So there's quite a lot of myth that is happening out there. People telling you that you can make so much, and some will even refer you to some sort of binary and everything. Those are scammers, and we'll have a topic for another day where we speak about scammers specifically. So it's quite an interesting one, that one, guys. We'll go into details with that, and now I will teach you a few tricks on that, on how to get started and what to look into and how to go about it. We'll go into details when we do that. So Forex is a good business, I don't want to lie. You can make money there, you can make earnings. There are people that are living on Forex. People have resigned from their job because of Forex. Now they're pushing Forex full time. That's their daily job that they're doing. So Forex, guys, is good. I love it too. I wouldn't mind to go and take a course and do Forex. So it's a good thing. So it's quite an interesting one. So basically dedicate an episode dealing with Forex. So and things that you need to know and things that you need to take into consideration when you're dealing with Forex. Let's move on to the fourth one, money. Hey guys, money. So when I talk about money, when I say money, I'm actually referring to economy, in terms of investment. Hey, I've been quite observant when it comes to South African economy because I live in South Africa. So there's quite a lot of things that have been happening for quite some time, and investment-wise, South Africa is not a good investment destination. In terms of whatever packages that you can think of investing in, like you can go to these financial institutions and then with the hope that they give you 5%, with the hope that they give you 10% for your annual return, and then you can buy the unit trust and everything, but the growth, it's very slow to such an extent that you may lose hope. Investing for 10 years really is not worth it. So it's there's quite more to look into, but I'll be not dwelling much on the investment in South Africa because those kind of investments really, they're not quite good, but it's what is on our table. Because what you need to understand is that when you invest your money into this institution, part of your money goes to insurance, part of your money goes to administration, which means people will managing your portfolio and people trading your portfolio. So at the end of the day, you don't get much. If you pull out earlier, you even lose what you have invested. So it's not quite a good environment to play in. I don't like it. I don't play there. I'm not even coming close to you. So there are quite important things that you need to understand when you go to invest, because when you look into this advertisement and then they tell you all these things, and there's quite a lot of things that they don't tell you, and those things you will know them once you start doing research and you're learning more about these things. So there's quite a lot of things, guys, to learn when it comes to that. So guys, generally this is our overview that I wanted to share with you on what we will be actually talking about in this podcast, and we'll be going on talking about many topics that you may want me to touch, but we'll be having also an agenda in terms of how to address these things. And if you can stay with me on this podcast and follow them step by step as I'll be sharing with you, is that there will be a synergy in terms of what actually to do and how to go about it, because I'll be doing everything live. I'll be doing everything as I will be investing and de-investing and everything. So I'll be glad if you can be part of this journey. I'll be glad if you can go along and quite learn and ask questions and comment on the below, and we move forward with this, and hopefully guys this will help you. So this is what to look up to for our next week Tuesday, our third episode. I'll be talking about what you actually need to get started into these markets, which is the crypto, stock, and Forex. So I'll be telling you what you need to know, what you need to do, and how much money you need to go into when you want to invest in those companies. Hopefully it's going to be a great episode, and take this episode and share with friends and family, and it will definitely help you and your loved ones in terms of how to go about investing and things like that. So hopefully guys you enjoyed the podcast, and looking forward guys for our next podcast, where we'll be talking about what you basically need to get started into the cryptocurrency, into stocks, into a Forex world. So remember guys, my name is Mzwandile, the host of this podcast, and looking forward to have a good chat with you. Holla at me.